Good morning, everyone. Myself, Shikha Pandey, on behalf of Kirin Advisors. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to Investor Conclave, Investor Connect Summit 2026, powered by Avinash Mentorship and co-powered by Kirin Advisors. Today marks the second day of our two-day summit, featuring a powerful lineup of focused management meetings to conclude the journey on a high note. This is the first interaction of the day with Millworks Technologies Limited. From the management team, we have with us Mr. Sridhar Acharya, sir, Managing Director and Promoter of the company. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Oh, good morning.
We have with us Mr. H.K. Madhu, Promoter and Whole Team Director of the company. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning.
We have with us from Avinash Mentor Team, we have with us Mr. Avinash, sir. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
With that, now, I hand over the floor to Avinash, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the virtual investor, conclave. Mr. Sridhar, Mr. Madhu, it's a pleasure for me to talk to you. I think we are eagerly awaiting your public issue. Very interesting company. So, just to tell the viewers who are listening to this call and seeing it, Millworks is basically a Bangalore-based company into precision engineering components. I think more details will be shared by Mr. Sridhar and Mr. Madhu. So without wasting time, I would give the charge to both of them. Sir, please start with giving a brief profile about your company and what are the applications. How did you all start this company? Something on the business journey, if you could tell us, and then you all can start. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash ji. Thank you, Kirin Advisors. Let me start off, our growth journey story. Myself and Madhu, we met together way back in 2015 in Chennai. And from there, we were working in corporate companies. And this is the time when we thought that we will move into an entrepreneurial journey. And CNC machining and sheet metal component was one of our, very much interest, and we had carried those experience all our life. We thought that we will get into the entrepreneurial journey. This is the time when we, from Chennai to Bangalore, we relocated and invested in a small company called V3 Technologies. This was a partnership company. And for more than 6 years, we grew the company organically, year on year, from 5 machines, 7 machines, and up till 18 machines. We kept on adding organically. So this was a time in just before COVID. We thought that this is the time that we grow exponentially when the same customers asking us, to grow big. So this is the time when we decided let's make it a private limited company. So V3 has been a very common name, and the ROC was difficult to get us the name. So we coined this new name called Millworks Technologies Limited, and we moved all the assets and customer base, everything from V3 to Millworks. So 2021 November onwards, we are now called as Millworks Technologies Limited. So initially, we had only one unit with around 15 to 16 machines in 2021. But COVID year has been, a really good year for us. We doubled our top line and also the margins. And from 2021, we have been growing at a much faster rate. So in presently, we have 4 units. All the 4 units are based out of Bangalore, with more than 75 CNC machines, and working for more than 40 customers worldwide. We have been exporting defense components, rail components, and aerospace components to around 16 countries in Europe and in the US. So our business model has been into a build to print and build to spec. Build to print is nothing but the customer gives us a very clear 2D drawing and a 3D model of a component, and we manufacture the components as per the print. Build to spec is something the customer gives us a concept, and then we design the component as per the application, and then it moves to a prototype, and then this moves into the manufacturing. So from the prototype to the manufacturing, normally the lead times are much higher. So if you see build to spec and build to uh, print, there's a more, enormous difference of the way we manufacture. So build to spec, the lead times normally it takes between 6 to 8 months, and those are all the projects, where the CNC machining, sheet metal, bought out items, we assemble them, test them, and give them to the customer. So normally build to specs are growing at a much, higher rate. All the defense products which we are now working, they're all built to spec projects. And the rail components, whatever we are making, they're all built to print models. In last couple of years, we got opportunities for small time acquisitions. We made a small acquisition in an aerospace company called Vidwan Aeronautics. We initiated this acquisition. Uh, this is into aero and aero tooling component manufacturing based out of Bangalore. Uh, then we also made a small investment in a spring manufacturing unit called Hindustan Springs. This springs was this company was based out of Mysore, and this spring was purely into automotive. But now we moved this automotive springs to recoil springs in the defense industry. Presently, we are making trials for the defense industry. Last year, June and July, we also got an opportunity to invest in a drone company based out of Noida called Quick Pay Drones. So we made a small investment in this company. Presently, they are executing a large order for 1,950 drones, loitering minion drones, and Millworks is helping them, build those drones with our own capability. And this is ready for delivery in another 10 days to the Ministry of Defense. So from a component manufacturer to, to an assembly, this has been a growth journey. And we have been working with defense industries. So I will ask Madhu sir to talk a little bit about our journey with HAL and the defense industries. Now, how we are working. This thing. Madhu sir, why don't we talk about the HAL?
Yeah, well said. We have started with a small part manufacturing for the uh, customers' requirement, especially for HAL and some of the other customers, including BrahMos and Israel customers. These are all customer used to give us the drawing and prints. We used to manufacture based upon the prints. Now with the Atmanirbhar Bharat indigenization project, we started getting into projects. So we have already won more than six tenders. So from the these projects, these are all high value projects. So which we are in the race. And apart from there is a big, large tender. This is on the fuselage. So that we are in the almost in the final stage. This is for the wing substructure, which is completely has to be manufactured. So the concept here is HL provides us the composite material parts, and the complete wing has to be the wing parts has to be manufactured in the Bangalore. Because of the logistics restrictions, they just avoided other suppliers from other regions. So hence we have a lot of opportunity in this segment, especially on the wing substructure, complete manufacturing, assembly, and delivery to the HL. So that is one of the large part which we are working. And apart from for many Israel companies, we already started manufacturing the parts for missile systems and missile launchers. So this is including Elbit system and IAI. These are all in the pipeline already. We do have the PO. So the development activities are going on at our facility.
So thank you, Madhu sir, for updating on this thing. Presently we are working with 7 divisions of HAL, which includes Nasik Engine Division in Bangalore, AERDC Helicopter, Lucknow, and Kanpur. All these divisions we have been working at the component level, but very recently we have been selected for the assemblies, sub-assemblies, and we have been winning small-time tenders in these units. So what we see, this tremendous growth which is happening in the defense sector, and Millworks wants to be part of this growth journey in the Indian defense sector, as well as Israel being our close partners. We have been working with them for some years now. So we have been working very closely on larger projects from Israel. So apart from these, in the aerospace industry, we work presently with Wipro Aerospace, and then a couple of more companies in India, where in which we are tier 2 for Boeing and Airbus. So we are presently not a tier 1 for Boeing and Airbus because we are presently not qualified in terms of revenue numbers as well as infrastructure for these two companies. Our intention in next 3 years to become a tier 1 supplier for Airbus and to get qualified for Boeing once we have the infrastructure and the capability to build the aerostructure components. So this is a small brief about Millworks Technologies. So I think I will open up for more questions rather than you know keep talking.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving the brief introduction of the company, and thank you, Madhu, sir. So we'll start the Q&A session now. So participants, you can drop your question in the question box, or also you can raise your hand for any questions. So, sir, I think we have a questions from Disha ma'am. So, Disha ma'am, you can go ahead with your question.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity and thank you for the introduction, sir. Couple of questions, sir. Firstly, on our current order books, you mentioned there's a lot of traction that we see in both the aerospace and the defense segment. Could you help me with what is the current order book right now?
Presently, we have 145 crores of order book, and in 145 crores, 110 is in the aerospace and defense, and the rail components where we work very closely with Alstom, Siemens, and Wabtec, that is to the tune of around 35 crores. So 145 is the present order book, but then what happens is we have not counted in this 145 the schedules. The schedule is something, but where the customer gives us a schedule where in which the orders are for the entire year, and we are supposed to deliver them every month. This is in the rail sector and some of the defense sectors. So schedules are not counted. So 145 crores is the order book which we have, which we are supposed to deliver in next 6 months.
Okay, okay. And what sort of pipeline are we looking at? What sort of orders are currently in the advanced stages? Any sort of light on that?
So out of we are presently working on some of the Israel projects. We are working on one large saddle project with Elbit Systems, where we are expecting an order of 200 plus crores, where in which partially it will be executed before March 2027, and the remaining will percolate to next year. This is one project from Elbit Systems. We have a trial order, and presently the trial order is being executed in our factory. This is for the only one order. Then we are, as Madhu sir also mentioned, we are working on a fuselage systems for HAL, where that is the project is worth around 71 crores, and we have become L1. And then any moment we are likely to get the trial order, which has to be executed in this current year.
So what sort
So,
of
yeah, please go ahead.
what sort of growth, sir, do we look like for this year? Because we have a lot of projects that are scheduled for delivery this year, and given the small base, so how should one look at the growth for
So,
FY27?
so,
And also higher,
hmm.
yeah.
So
And
I
also,
will.
how has
Mm,
FY26 been for us, sir? I think you were
uh,
expecting 120 crores. Were
correct.
we able to do that?
Yeah, we already crossed that in FY26. We are ready with the RHP filing in next 1 or 2 days, and we have closed at 146 crores.
Okay.
And for 26, 27, we have a target of around 247 crores. And all the pipelines, we want to restrict to our own projects, and presently which we are in, which we have orders and the trial orders for execution. So this will suffice us to achieve the target of 247 crores.
Okay, and so if I look at the margins, I think for the 8 months FY26, the data that is released, we're at around 43% sort of EBITDA margin. So how sustainable are these margins, sir? And
Mm,
what is driving these high margins? Because I understand defense and aerospace are very highly complex projects, so they have higher margins, but 43% is a very high number. So is that sustainable?
that number of 43% was for the 8 months
Right.
project. But as we have been closing on to on the 26th, we have matured to around 35%. So our final numbers of 26 March, it is coming to around 35. And we will keep up that this thing for 26, 27. 35% is a realistic number.
Okay, okay, that is fair enough, sir. And how should one look at the overall growth, sir, for FY28 and years going ahead, and also on your capacity, our current capacity, what is the utilization that we're running at, and what is the peak from there?
The current capacity, we are running more than 75% now. We have very few capacity left. As part of
Hmm.
our objectives, which we have now given to BSc, is we are investing in 31 new CNC machines, and putting up this facility in our Unit 4, where we have 20,000 square feet space available. So the entire 31 machines in next 6 months will be installed in this facility. So to add back to your question, the capacity wise, we are already running more than 75%. And we are running short of time in ordering machines. All the machines are already ordered now, and
Hmm.
they're all expected in August. So we are just waiting for the IPO to finish off, and we just add the capacity. And this capacity we have planned for 26, 27, as well as 27, 28, to achieve to the tune of around 280 crores. The new machines, maximum capacity, we can actually go up till 280 crores
From the new machines that we're putting up.
in the new machines, yes.
Okay, okay. So any sort of what sort of valuation are we targeting for the IPO, and any sort of timelines that one should look at?
I think that separately off the line, Kirin advisors or my merchant bankers will get you that valuation part. I really don't know at this moment right now.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I'll get back in touch with you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, thank you, Disha ma'am, for the question. So, sir, we have a question from another attendees also. So, I think Hiren sir is having a question. Hiren sir, please go ahead with your question.
Yes,
Hiren
Mr.
sir,
Hiren.
Hiren sir, you are not audible.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible now. but
Yeah.
little bit like your voice is not coming.
Okay. Now it's better.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Uh, Thank you for the opportunity. And sir, very good, wonderful presentation it was, sir. Sir, just can you give me the revenue split for the defense aerospace and the rail part, the two sectors that we are into for FY26?
So yeah, what I will do is I will talk about in percentage. Right now, what has
Yeah.
happened is 65% of the business has gone into aerospace defense, and only around 30% is the railways. The remaining components are in the semicon industry, then other engineering industry. So to give a very clear this thing, 65% has come from aerospace and defense, and 30% from the rail. And this will continue for the next year also, and to 20, for 26, 27, and 27, 28 also. Aerospace defense will grow at a much faster rate, and rail will not grow the way aerospace and defense is growing.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So my another question is regarding our business model, that's build to print and build to specs.
Yeah.
So how much is a percentage? Means what's generally whatever the
So
order that we receive?
yeah,
Yeah.
so for 20 FI 25 26, what we completed this 146 crores, it has been more of a more build to spec model. The customers have given us the drawings, they have finalized, build to print, I'm sorry, build to print. So the customer has given us the 3D models, assembly drawings, 2D drawings. So we made as per the print, and build to spec has been very little. It's 70-30. Build to print was 70, build to spec was only 30. But this year onwards, we are focusing, we are building up capability in engineering. And then we want to give more of build to spec, and, continue with the build to print models. Build to spec advantages and disadvantages are, one is that the margins are very high. The disadvantage is gestation period to convert the prototype or the ideas into production is between 8 to 10 months. It is worth, the margins are worth the product development.
So that is for the first time, initially one. Once
Correct.
the prototype and everything is clear
Yeah.
and we get a repeat order, then
Yes.
it's a cherry on the cake, sir.
Yes, all my Israel customers are built to spec. The customer is giving us, an idea of a product, and we make, multiple drawings and other things to them. Then we work together on those drawings and move towards the prototype. And once the prototype, is accepted, it moves into the production. So all my, we work with 11 customers in Israel,
Okay.
apart from Elbit Systems, IAI, Betchemesh Engines, Palbam, like this, many companies we are working with them. Most of them are, they are coming in build to spec models.
That's great, sir. So you talked about couple of orders. One is for the 200 crores of helmet order. So that is built to specs and HAL, fuselage.
They are all built to specs. An idea is given, and then there is a lot of engineering is there, and then we work very closely with the customer in fine tuning the specifications. Once the specifications are fine tuned, we move into the prototype.
Okay. And so just ballpark, what is the margin, sir? I know that is it is better, but
So another, 3 to 5%, if I talk about build to print, if it is the margins are around 33%, so 5% more you will get in build to spec.
okay. And FY27, sir, the build to specs and build to print should be 50/50?
It'll be 70-30. We are trying to bridge the gap. Yeah, 50-50 is, that's our idea. You're right.
Oh, okay, okay, sir. Good, sir. So one last question is regarding the payment cycle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in both the way, in the railway order
So,
and in this also, in
yeah, I will tell
aerospace
you
and defense also. Yeah.
normally the payment orders are something, the payment cycles between all my customer bases are between 90 to 120 days payment cycle. Initially, what happened is before this war in Israel, there are many shipments which we did by ocean, and they are all container load of shipments which got stuck in different places, like in Colombo port or in Chennai port or in Navasheva port. Some of them was stuck in in a Haifa port also for Israel. So the delivery of these items reaching in Israel or my European customers, which went by ocean, was it took more than 8 months to 10 months. But in February and March, some of them started easing out. They started getting those. So the customer doesn't want to pay without seeing the component itself. So, but
Correct.
they have been working with us for a longer time. So this has been an exceptional year for us that we got delayed payments. But what we did was in March, in order to sustain ourselves, we started asking them the customers advance payments. So most of my Israel customers and European customers, they have started paying us advance payments to the tune of around 30 to 50% of the order value. So this is
Wow.
going to, we will continue with that model, and the 50%, the remaining balance amount is on delivery. So we will continue. So FY 26-27, our payment cycles and all will be much easier, and the working capital will be much better compared to the earlier year.
Okay, but sir, since the way under the Atmanirbhar theme, there are many companies they are into this critical components of
Yeah.
defense and everything. So then we get this advance payment. Really,
So,
means our products are niche product or it's what it is exactly?
sir, I'll tell you, the Israel customers we have under control. Now we don't have control with the government of India projects. See, we are working on a large project for drone assembly for the artillery. We have an order which I mentioned earlier for an 85 crore order. This thing, the government doesn't give us any benefit in, the government of India. See, if we have to be there in defense business, we really have to put in all the working capital
Yes,
requirement from us. See, apart from that, we have to give an advance PBG, performance bank guarantee of 10% of the order value. And all the payments are after delivery only. It's not, you won't get advance payments for any of the defense projects. This is a problem, what we have been working with the government, for the, so we have to live with this system if we have to be in the defense business.
got it, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for patiently answering all the answer to my questions, sir.
Yeah.
I'll join in the queue also, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
very much and best of luck for your IPO, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hiren sir, for the question. So, sir, next question I have from Mr. Priyansh Miri, I guess. Priyansh, sir, please go ahead with the question.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, Priyanshi.
Yeah. Sir, my first question on the revenue split that you mentioned for FY 26. So you mentioned 65% from aerospace, 30% from railway, right?
Yeah.
But if I recall correctly, sir, I think 2 months back when we had one more discussion, right? I
Yeah.
think for 8 month FY 26, uh, uh, 47% was already from defense and 37 was already from railways, right?
Yeah. So,
So,
so let me tell you, the 3 months, I'm talking about the full year now.
hmm,
So the full year, we had a lot of invoicing done in February, March for the defense sector, especially at the component level on the defense sectors. So the game plan right now for us is to move more into aerospace and defense. Rail is there, but rail, as we have been working only with the OEMs like Siemens and
Mhm.
Alstom and all. So that will continue to grow. So here I have combined aerospace and defense together. So earlier, we had split, between aerospace, defense, semicon and others, and railways. Four different sectors we had. Now, in order to make our, there's a very thin line between aerospace and defense. So because the similar components like HAL, I would call it as defense. Some will call it as aerospace. So I've tried to combine aerospace and defense. So aerospace defense has been with last year when we have completed for March 31st has been 67, 65. Around 30 is rail, and all others are, semicon machineries and, other businesses altogether.
Okay, understood, sir.
Yeah.
So, one more follow-up on the split part also, sir. Like, if I see from FY 23 to 25, right? Like,
Mm.
we had like a huge dependency on railways, right? Railway
Correct.
growing from
Correct.
20% of our revenue to almost
Correct.
70% by
Correct.
25, right?
Correct.
So, will going ahead, like aerospace and defense will be the key segment that we looking to pursue, or there could be a seasonality also?
No, I'll tell you, it's a good question you asked. See, we were in a growth stage in 23, 24, early stages. Defense sector, this thing, to get into vendor registration and getting the approvals in Israel and all, it's a time consuming, and you require a lot of patience, in getting. So we did all these basics in 24 and 25. So now we are seeing those orders coming in, back-to-back orders coming from the aerospace defense. So when you actually prove them, you now start getting orders. See, in rail sector, what is happening is, there's a stagnation which is coming in. The types of components and the projects which we are coming. So European rail, like Alstom or Siemens, or they're all presently, because of the economic conditions, what is happening, many of the projects are going slow. So railway will not grow the way aerospace and defense is happening. That will be only around 10 to 15% annually will be growing in the rail sector. So aerospace and defense, there's ample growth, and the type of projects which we handle, we see back-to-back inquiries coming in on similar projects. And presently, we are not geared either on infrastructure to handle large projects. Because, as I also mentioned, to become an Airbus or a Boeing clearance, we require a controlled atmosphere factory. The entire factory has to be air-conditioned factory. Presently, we don't have that. So we are going to build in next 6 months a controlled temperature factory. Once this factory is up, so we are open up for, either Rolls-Royce, because we are seeing Rolls-Royce name coming up, in the news. They're setting up a bigger plants in Bangalore and in Hosur and all. So we have ample opportunities, in aerospace defense. We will focus on this growth in the coming years.
Understood, sir. Yeah, this is very prudent strategy.
Yeah.
Sir, one more number that I want to understand is how much Israel as a overall revenue basket contribute to?
So presently it is around 20%, sir.
20%.
It
Okay.
will grow up till 30 to 35% in 27, 28. It will grow very fast.
Okay, given the pipeline and the order
Yes,
visibility that you
yes,
have.
yes.
Okay. Sir, one more question. Out of this aerospace and defense, what is a split between the sub-assemblies and the component uh, for
Uh,
FY 26?
so for 25, 26, component level is around 60% and assembly is around 40% right now.
Okay. Any guidance, sir, how this split will look like in next 1 or 2 years?
So, we are focusing more on assemblies now, rather than the component level, but we are not leaving any opportunity on the component level also. When we start manufacturing components for engines, we are making components for engines, which is there's a company called Betchmesh Engines in Tel Aviv. Those are all will go as component only. It will not go as a sub-assembly or an assembly. When it comes to missiles, missile carriers or missiles systems or launchers or such type of defense projects, it will go as a sub-assembly or an assembly.
Okay, understood, sir. Sir, we discussed about the railway, but we miss out on the semiconductor part, right? So the
Yeah.
PCBs
So
that we make, that also goes into
No,
aerospace, right?
no, we are not making PCBs. We are making components for the machines which manufacture PCBs. So
Okay.
the components we supply to a company called ASM Technologies. They manufacture machines for Tata Electronics or Micron or any of those, or Apple iPhone manufacturers. So they make machines. I make components, assemblies, sub-assemblies to the machine manufacturer. So since these machines are used in the semiconductor industry, so we have just, for our own convenience, we have categorized as semicon industry.
Okay, so sir, the focus will be there also going ahead, or you
Yeah,
want
we are
to?
not focusing much on this because we have been an approved customer for these two customers, and they are receiving back-to-back orders. So any inquiries coming in, we are taking up because we don't require a separate infrastructure for manufacturing this. This will go along with aerospace and defense projects. So we take up as and when the projects are coming from these customers.
Okay, so the product that you built for this two semicon companies, sir, like, do you have other competitor also, like
Yes,
in India,
correct.
globally?
So there is a company called Micron Industry, which is setting up a massive plant in Ahmedabad in Gujarat, in Sanand area, and then of course Tata Electronics is building up new plants in Guwahati. So there's massive orders for manufacturing these machines with these companies. So we are trying to work with them. We see that there is a growth potential, but because of our limited capacity right now, we would like to focus on the aerospace defense itself. So that will only be anything which comes, it'll just add into our top line.
Okay. So in your next year estimate, 240 CR something, so that is not accounted, right?
That is very small. It is less than 3%.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir, for answering
Yeah.
my question
Thank you,
patiently.
Priyanshi.
Thank you, Priyansh sir, for the questions, and thank you, Shridhar sir, for the answer. So, sir, we have a next question from Mr. Rahul sir. They have raised their hand. So, Rahul sir, you can go ahead with the question.
Yeah, hi, I'm audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
you're audible,
Rahul.
sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir. First
Good.
of all, thanks for the brief introduction. It was very helpful. I'm a bit new to the company, so just a few basic questions to start with. If you can just please take me through this sales growth that we have seen in this year, 22 crores in 25 and 140 crores in 26. This
Yeah.
is a very large growth. If
Yeah.
you can maybe specifically take me through which programs, which customers led to this growth. Yeah.
Okay, so the first and the second number, which is small number, this is purely 100% rail business and a
Hmm.
very small business of HAL.
Hmm.
Now the third number is there are in between 24, 25, we were building a lot of build to spec projects, all trial orders and all. This got converted into this current year. So you will see a bigger number in
Hmm.
this year. Then the major project which we started working on is the drone project, where we built all the mechanical components for the our small acquisition which we did in Noida. So the major portion is come from the artillery division, where in which we manufactured all the components for the loitering minion drone. So we did all the component level, subassembly level for this drone projects. So that has been a substantial growth for the 25, 26 year. Added to this, we also executed some large orders for Elbit Systems and a company called Palbam in Israel. Those are all new customers added in the financial year. So these all orders built up these numbers for this 140 plus CR.
Got it. If I may just cross question a bit on this answer, I believe the drone business that our acquired company got was approximately 80 crores, right? 80, 85
85,
crores.
yeah, 85 crores.
So in that, our component would be what? 15, 20 crores at max, not
No,
more?
it'll be somewhere around 35, 36 crores.
Okay, 35, 36 crores.
Yeah,
Got it. And the second thing that you said was BTS helped us scale in this year. We had a lot of programs which converted into commercial this year, right?
correct. This is for the Elbit Systems, HAL,
Huh.
and then we had a company called Palbam. Then we also have a company called Betchmish Engines. So
Hmm.
like this, all these got converted into orders. That will be somewhere around another 40, 45 CR.
Okay, 40, 45 CR from this
Yeah,
side also. Got it.
correct.
But
Rail business also grew up.
hmm,
Rail business also grew up to the tune of around 40, 45.
but then I believe in the answer to the previous participant, you said that BTS was a smaller contribution than BTP this year.
So, see, you see the entire year's numbers. The
Hmm,
numbers are all coming exactly to the tune of what I've made. So
hmm,
there's again, build to spec has been with some of the Israel customers, what I mentioned. And
hmm,
in this drone assemblies also, some of the electronics and sub-assemblies also, we have done all the specification designs, because it took us more than a year for us to build all those, all those capabilities.
hmm, hmm.
So there is a thin line between those numbers here. So you
Got
should
it.
not worry much about
Of
this,
course.
but we will
No,
have
so
we will
of
have a
course, there
bigger,
is no doubt about that. So my
yeah,
main query for asking this was because defense customers usually take a long time to scale, and
yeah,
we have
exactly,
seen a rather, well, of course, we have gone through that trial phase, development phase,
yeah.
but then suddenly we have seen a huge spike. So hence, I was surprised as to what suddenly changed with these PSUs and larger companies.
Yeah, but if you see this coming year also, the projects which will get converted into orders this year, these projects, all the trials have been done in 25, 26 itself. But you will not see any numbers at all. So you will see those numbers only in this current year and next year. So
Got
since
it.
the gestation periods are much higher, so and approvals take a longer time. So we require to have and modifications also, a lot of changes happens in the design itself,
Hmm,
based on the requirement. So we should
makes
have,
sense.
yeah, we take a lot of patience and do it slowly.
Got it. Just to continue on this approvals part, so like I said, I'm a bit new to the business. I just wanted a bit more understanding on the business quality.
Yes,
From
sir.
what I understood, that we are primarily into machining, right? Would that be
Correct.
the right thing to say?
So I would say our bread and butter, we started off with machining. Then
Hmm.
we moved into sheet metal component.
Hmm.
Then we have a 3D printing facility for the drone systems itself.
Hmm.
Then we also built a little bit of integrating electronics into the mechanical part.
Hmm.
Then we are now a completely an assembler. We can assemble electrical, electronics, sheet metal components,
Hmm.
machined components, test them, and give them as an assembly.
Got it. So my question here is that we are making significantly high margins when I look at compared to other players, and being in the more of the mechanical area, being the machining part. Uh, there would be a lot of players who would be in our segment competing with us. So if you can share more on that from that perspective as to what is the complexity in our business, how are we able to make such margins? Maybe if you can add in the approval process or something, how long does it take? Because I feel a lot of people can get into the segment.
You're right, Rahil, on this. The thing is, we want to be slightly different from our competition.
Hmm.
There are three aspects. We are giving them, we have built up a strong engineering base in our own system. So
Hmm.
when an inquiry comes, we work very closely with the customers in fine-tuning the specifications. So the
Hmm.
customers come to us. Sometimes it is a mutual understanding of the product itself.
Hmm.
What we understand, and based on our experience and their experience, we try to build a new product itself. This is
Hmm.
from the engineering side. Second thing is that Millworks is known for the top-notch, consistent quality.
Hmm.
Between batch to batch, we have been giving consistent quality. So the customer is completely happy with the consistency of the quality. And the third thing is on the identification of the supply chain of the raw materials or any of these things. So we
Hmm.
are able to get hold of our supply chain, whether it is a special grade of aerospace material or any of those. We are able to get those raw material at a much faster rate with
Okay,
a strong supply chain base. Then end of the day, customer wants a top-notch quality and on time.
got
These
it.
two things you keep them, and then the repeat orders is not a problem. And we see that many of our peer groups, are not able to, give a consistent quality and on-time delivery. So they miss out on some peer, some important projects. So that will be the key, and that we will continue to hold on in the coming years. That we want to make it as a mantra in our
Makes
own, in our the way we work.
Got it. Very clear. So maybe that we can also understand this question in another way. If we can, like you told me, the customers that led to this growth in this year, maybe if you can specify the key programs, for example, a particular aircraft or a particular defense vehicle or something that led to this. What were the key programs for us this year?
I would like to mention about these two programs. One is we are working on it's called as a saddle project. This is a missile carrier system for an F-16
Hmm.
or an F-35 aircraft, where a carrier is used to hold the missile onto an aircraft.
Hmm.
So this is a sheet metal part which has plenty of machined components, assemblies, sub-assemblies, riveting,
Hmm.
and then it's a assembly itself. So
Hmm.
all the F-16s in Israel, Israel is having around 200 F-16 and F-35 aircrafts.
Okay.
Uh, that requires an overall, MRO activity or the fitting of all this. This carrier will fall off along with the missile. So
Hmm.
extensive use of this aircraft right now in this Middle East war. So they
Hmm.
require all backups. They require a lot of stock.
Hmm.
So we have been one of the strong players, a strong supplier for these type of
Wow.
projects.
Very significant.
Yeah, and this will grow in a much faster rate, even though it is a small pie right now. They are
Hmm.
trying to, find out a new supplier base in India, being Millworks being a predominant one. But
Hmm.
their existing suppliers are all in France. So they are
Hmm.
trying to move all those because of the volumes and other things. They are trying
Okay.
to move to India.
Hmm.
The other important significant project which Madhu sir mentioned, we are working with HAL for a fuselage project, and this will actually,
For
once
which
successful,
aircraft?
this is for an ALH aircraft.
Helicopter.
Yeah, so this is called as a fuselage project, which we are presently become L1.
Okay.
Once we get this order, and this will change the Millworks way. We'll be in the big league like Dynamatic Technologies or
Makes sense. Okay.
Azad Engineering. So
Clear.
I know that should happen in 27, 28.
Got it. No, so what you said were the programs that are going to drive us for this year and the next and the future, but I want to understand the existing programs that have driven this
Yeah,
140.
the existing one I mentioned about the saddle project,
Okay.
that itself, but the future is with the HAL. So there are smaller projects which we worked with Elbit Systems and other this thing in Israel. They're all very smaller projects. They're all
Got it.
specific project name is not there because of the
Of course.
client confidentiality.
Of course. No, so the reason was to ask this was to understand the number of vendors that we compete with usually with our customers. Is it like a huge base since we are doing a rather not as complex work since we are doing more of sheet metal, more of um, machining? Are there more vendors per customer for our product, or
No,
are we competing
yeah,
with one
I'll tell you. This see, the customers are very same customers for many of the peer group. Like
another?
Azaz Engineering also works with Elbit,
Hmm,
or Dynamatic also, or Sansera Engineering.
sure.
They all work with the same, but on different projects.
Hmm,
So the pie is much bigger. So I think there's space for everyone to grow.
got it.
So, and we are at the right time being part of the SPY.
Very clear. And just coming to these orders that we are planning to win, the Israel 200 crore order, the HAL 70 crore order, if you can give more info about this, but the timelines, the 200 crore order is the same F-16 program or some other
Yeah,
program?
yeah, it's a F-16, F-35 program.
Okay,
This is presently on the trial base. We have a trial order and advance amount paid for the tooling. The
okay,
customer already has done that, and presently it is under execution. So trials is likely to be completed end of September this year,
okay,
and the approvals will come by October end. And Israel team is going to be here in July. They will help us, build this entire project. So
okay.
three-member team, they will help us set up the fixturing line or production line, everything in
Hmm,
July.
hmm.
And our idea is to, out of the 200 crores, at least 100 crores to be, to dispatch before March
So you are saying
2027.
that you will get approved in September, October, and
Yeah, and then we move into
within
production
4 5
line.
months you will sell 100 CR.
Yeah.
Okay. And the 240 crore number that we are guiding for FY 27, 100 crores will be
Will
from
come
this
from
project.
this, yes.
Okay, got it.
And then we are working on this HAL project, as Madhu sir
Yeah.
mentioned, on the fuselage project. That timeline is, we are likely to get a trial order in the month of July or first week of August. And
Hmm.
then the trial order will extend up till December this year.
Hmm.
And at least 35 to 40 crores we will be billing in this year out of the 71 crore. So, so these are all only the two projects which we have mentioned, but there are many projects which we have bid, and we will, those are all at the smaller levels. It's around 12 crores or 20 crores, and all these and all will add up. So if
Hmm.
any of these projects fell apart or delay or anything, there are other projects to fill up these numbers.
Got it. Okay. And so that's what I was going to ask next. As we know, our business would be more of driven program to program and hence very lumpy. If, for example, one program ends, as we know, usually the defense tier procurers
Hmm.
procure it for one particular batch of aircrafts or one. It's not a recurring order
No,
basically.
no, this Elbit project, what we are talking about, the saddle project, it is for a 15-year program. And we are signing off for 5 years. So this is, and there'll be back-to-back similar projects coming in with different ranges, with different sizes of those carriers, missile carriers. So
Okay,
there will be back-to-back projects. So it's only, how much we can. Take it up and
so
deliver with a
currently
top
you have a
quality.
5 year signed commitment, you are saying at
Yes, we
least.
have. Yeah, we have. Yes, we have
And
a
annual
minimum 5 years.
procurement is how much in value terms?
Annual. It is a minimum of 200 crore on this project alone.
Annual procurement 200 crores for the next 5 years, that
Yeah,
100% locked in.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it. And what is this product called exactly? I just couldn't hear you
This
clearly.
is called as a missile carrier. Missile,
Okay,
yeah,
CARRIER,
RIER, correct,
missile carrier for the F-16 and also the
correct,
F-35.
correct, sir.
Got it. Okay, okay. But any large programs for this 140 crores that we did in FY26 that will not repeat in FY27? Maybe those were one-off programs that only came in FY26. Anything like that?
Right now, none of the projects we are working like that. We are working on all minimum 5-year projects because the customer is investing on the tooling itself. So
Hmm.
tooling itself will come to around 4 5 crores, and the customer will pay in advance.
Okay,
So they are
okay.
very clear. These tools needs to be used for a longer term.
Okay, so the
Sorry,
tooling for the
question.
F-16 and the F-35 is being provided by the Israeli customer to us.
Correct. Yeah, they will
Okay.
pay for us.
And just one
Okay.
last question. Sorry to the moderator, just one last question. Initially, the plans for FY28 were much lower. I believe we were not targeting as much based on our previous interactions, but now we are targeting much more. So, what has changed now?
So I'll tell you, in last 2 3 months, many Israel teams have visited our factory now,
Hmm.
and we have given them all the projections. Our Unit 4 is going to be a world-class factory, and
Hmm.
for every interaction with any of our customers, they are asking us to build as a air-conditioned, fully temperature-controlled factory. Presently,
Hmm.
we don't have.
Hmm.
And we have put up a blueprint. We are just waiting for the IPO's closure. Once this is closed, we will be ready with this in 2 months, temperature controlled. And we
Acha.
also, yeah, and this is a minimum requirement because these parts are all, some of them are made of titanium and all,
Hmm. Hmm.
they don't
Yes,
like, it needs to be a very clean and, atmosphere to manufacture
agreed.
this.
Agreed. But what about the machines? We will also need to import machines. That will take a lot
Some
of
machines,
time.
some machines we have already ordered, sir. They're all on the pipeline. Some of
I
them,
believe the plan is for 46 machines. How many do we have in hand already?
31 is, we have ordered already 31, and
Okay,
some of them we have paid advances. Others and all are, you know, let me be very honest, we don't have money right now.
fair enough,
Once
fair
the
enough.
post IPO, we will
Got
get
it.
all those.
And just one last question, sorry again. What is the name of this drone company that you have acquired? How much have you acquired of that company? And what is the
It
name
is
of
a,
the drone that you are selling?
yeah, it is a quick pay drones, QICK, quick pay drones.
Quick pay drone.
This is based out of Noida,
Okay,
and this they have been working on this drone for last 5 years,
okay,
and they they work only on three specific category of drones.
okay.
One drone is uh, the loitering munition drone or the kamikaze drone,
Yes.
which we are presently executing an order right now.
Okay,
And that order will be invoiced by QuickPay to the artillery next 10 days.
okay,
Okay, and the second drone is this is called as iBot. This drone is presently used in Siachen and Panglong Lake and all. We
hmm,
have an exclusive, we are the only approved army drone supplier. This drone can identify the dead bodies or any of those soldiers in the border areas to the tune of 15 meters. 15 मीटर डेप्थ के अंदर any of those buried, our drones can identify and help the rescue team.
okay,
So these drones, we have already supplied around 12 drones in last 2 years,
okay.
and presently we are working on another large order for the Eastern Command.
For the kamikaze or for this one, this
I
particular
bought,
drone?
I bought. This
Okay,
is
and how
the
much do we own of this company?
So this company last year did around 12 crores. They were very small. Now
Hmm.
they are growing. Now they are working on another Shine type of drone. So that is under development. That drone will be ready in 27, 28.
Okay. But would we be owning more than 50% of this company?
No,
Or
we are presently owning only around 8.5% presently.
8.5%? Okay.
Yeah, presently we are owning this thing. So for Millworks numbers, I have for this current year, I have not taken any of those drone projections.
Hmm.
But as we progress, because those are all subject to defense orders, so we are working with strong contenders in that area, like solar industries or all those.
Of
So,
course.
but specifically for these three drones, we are focusing this thing. We are spending a lot of time, resources, and all on the development of these drones.
Great, Sridhar sir. It was great interacting with you. Actually, I have a lot more questions, but I'll get in touch via GYR. We
Perfect.
should. I would love to get on a call with you and understand the
Yeah,
business
thank you,
better.
Rahil. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rai, sir, for your questions. Actually, due to time concern, we are having other investors. So thank you, Rai, sir. So, sir, actually, can we take a questions from questionnaire box because there are questions in the Q&A session?
Yeah, I think we have crossed almost an hour, and I'm in the airport. So, please
We
help
can
me
take
with
the
some
last
questions.
one or two questions,
Please, sir.
Mr. Sridhar. I think,
Please, sir.
after that we can close the
Yes.
call.
Please, sir.
Yes, so
Please.
we'll take one or two questions from Q&A box, then we'll conclude the session. So we have one question from Mr. Vishal Mehta. What were the revenues and PAT for March 26? What sort of growth are we expecting for financial year 27 and 28 in terms of revenue, EBITDA going forward?
145 and 34. And then for 26, 27, it will be 247. And I don't want to comment on the numbers right now for the next year. Okay, so next question, please.
Yes, so next question we have from again Vishal Mehta only. How is this spring division growing?
I lost you in between. Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, we have again one question from Mr. Vishal Mehta. How is the spring division growing?
A spring division which we acquired last year. This is all the springs in the defense sector which we are making for the recoil springs. They're all in trials in Israel as well as ordnance factories in India. Presently, a very small business which we are doing for the automotive sector, but this will reflect in numbers only in 26, 27.
And thank you, sir. Can we take one last question, then
Yes,
we'll
please.
conclude the session?
Yes.
Okay. So there is an anonymous question that if there was impact of Gulf War on your sales operations, and how do you make sure you are insulated from such things in future?
The projects which we are presently working are not only dependent on the Gulf situation. See, this is the reason we are in multiple sectors. Rail sector is always an evergreen. Aerospace and defense is, even though the defense sector is growing in India and across the world, um, the conditions in Europe as well as in the border situation, it is going to be there for a longer time. And defense is going to be the sector is going to grow. It will not come down in the in the near future, but it will open up bigger avenues, bigger markets for us for the exports. Coming back to how we are going to sustain this numbers and thing is, there are projects which we have been working for, last 6 to 8 months already, and this will get converted into orders now. So, continuing, it is not dependent on this Gulf War alone. If Gulf War stops also, we have enough projects to work on.
Thank you so much, Sridhar sir, for answering the questions, and I think we have covered majority of the questions. So, participants, I request you all, if you have any questions, any concern, kindly please reach out to us at corporateaccess@corporate.com. Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you, sir, for giving your time and participation. And thank you, Avinash,
Thank you.
sir, for mentoring this
Th
session.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
Mr.
much,
Sridhar.
madam.
I think it was a pleasure to hear you, and Mr.
Yeah.
Madhu, you also. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you, Mr.
thank you, Madhu,
Avinash.
sir,
You
for joining.
Yeah. Avinash, sir, if you have to be in Bangalore, please visit our factory.
definitely. I'll
And
definitely get in touch, and we'll
yeah.
definitely catch up. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much, sir. You have a nice
Thank
day.
you all. Thank you,
Yeah.
Madhu, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Avinash, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sridhar. Bye, sir.
Bye.